Okay, so the pandemic that's spreading across the world, it's killing vast numbers of people, but it's not only just simple transmission between just passing along between the people that's taking innocent lives. So in London, there was a railway worker. Her name was Belly Mujinga. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. She recently died weeks after a man infected her with the virus because he became angry. She was working at the rail station, and he decided to spit on her and another worker that was near her. So he spit on her, got mad about something unrelated. Who gives a damn? But shortly after that, both workers became ill. Mujinga succumbed to the illness on April 5th, 3 days after she was put on a ventilator. So one response from her employer: "We take every allegation extremely seriously, and we are investigating these claims." I'm not sure the degree to which they're going to investigate these things, but her husband also barely had a chance to speak with her. He said he called her when she was in the hospital and thought she was asleep at one point. And then he was told later that she had died. So some of the details behind this, and I brought up we brought up the response from this railway station just to point out that also they already knew she was a vulnerable person. She was classified as high risk because of health issues that were known by them. And despite those pre-existing conditions, she was reassigned to a customer-facing role where she was spat on by this guy, and she was not provided with protective gear to cover and protect herself. She leaves behind us, again, that husband and 11-year-old daughter, because this guy decided to try to kill her, which he was successful in.
So this story is a lot about everybody not taking coronavirus seriously enough. So here we had testimony in America today with Dr. Bright, who used to work in the government, saying he told the government, based on a report put together during the Bush administration, we need 3.5 billion masks immediately. They ignored them for months. If you don't have the masks, it's airborne, people get sick, and it raged out of control here in America. We have the most cases, most deaths. Tens of thousands of people died unnecessarily. Mm-hmm. In this story, you can see in a different country, they didn't take it seriously enough. They didn't have people working in tight quarters in public transportation with face masks on. Of course you got to have masks on. Of course you do. Yeah. I mean, this is pandemic 101. But people didn't want to put the mask. They didn't want to buy the mask. They didn't want to provide the mask. And then lastly, I don't know how malicious that guy is. Obviously, very, very malicious. But did he think he was going to kill her? I don't know. But maybe, he knew. He said, "Oh, I've got coronavirus."
Yep.
So maybe he thought, well, she'll get sick, but maybe she won't die.
There's laws against people who have STDs that are lethal and knowingly spreading them. There's laws based on that. I don't see how this is any different.
Yeah. So, look, Jayar, give us the poll, because I'm torn on this in terms of what should happen to the guy.
Yeah. So there's a poll we're running TYT over at TYT about your reactions to this and the four potential. Once they find the guy, I feel like I don't think they've even found him yet. But the spitter who spat on this woman and killed her, the four choices are: should he get no penalty? Should he pay a fine? Some jail time, or the rest of his life in prison. You guys can vote for that. Of course, tyt.com/polls/London to let us know what you think.
Yeah, going forward, you got to do /polls in every poll. But if you go to /polls, you'll see all of our polls too. So that's the upside of it. So in this case, it's /polls/London. But I'm genuinely curious what you guys think. Jayar, what do you think? I think jail time. I mean, he did kill her, so you could argue for a life sentence. It's probably too much, but and they have not caught him yet. But when they do catch him, a fine seems pathetically little.
Come on, it's just we got laws against killing people and knowingly infecting people. So along those same lines, I think those get jail time, and this should be the same. If he doesn't succumb to his sickness or the virus before then anyway, because as we mentioned, he has it as well.
Yeah, it's possible that they find him, but he's already died. So we don't know. But
I mean, you know where my negative mind has been today, so I think you can guess which part of this poll I'm landing on.
Yeah. I get a sense of it, Jayar. So take it seriously, and she's, and by the way, when you're interacting with people, in this case it was malicious, and you could charge less than murder in the first degree, and obviously UK has different laws than the US does. But you could do manslaughter, you could do negligent homicide, right. You could do a lot of those different things, whatever the equivalent of that is in the UK. But this is an extreme case, obviously. But guys, in your regular lives, for God's sake, be careful. You might think, oh, what's the big deal? Mask, gloves. No, you got to have it on. If you don't have it on, you could accidentally spread it. And when you could get it. But just as importantly, you could spread it. And if you do, you might be healthy, and so you might not worry too much about it. You might be middle-aged and not worry too much about it, but you don't know who you're interacting with. What if that person has immune system problems? Even if they're not older, and you're going to interact with older people too, but when it's older folks or people with immune deficiency or diabetes or these other issues, you are literally playing with their lives.
And you're playing with
don't intend to.
And you're playing with their families' lives. Again, she's 11-year-old daughter is left here without her mother. For anyone who's lost their parent and at a younger age like that, imagine how this woman could still be there for her kid as long as you don't go to spitting on people. This is what you're doing when you think you're just getting angry about something. Let me get back at them from something that has nothing to do with them. So consider something else besides yourself when you decide to get mad at someone that, first of all, wasn't doing anything to you. And if she was, I still don't care.
Yeah. Nothing deserves a death sentence like this. I mean, for God's sake, get under control. All right, looking forward to your opinions, guys.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, Jayar. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.